My child, listen to me carefully. I wasn't going to tell you this yet. I had planned to wait a little longer, to let things unfold quietly. But tonight, something in your heart is asking, and you deserve to know. This moment is not random. You did not arrive here by accident. I have been watching you sit with questions you don't speak out loud, carrying thoughts you don't know who to share with. And now, before you scroll away, before you doubt why you're still listening, I need you to stay with me. Do not skip this. What I am about to say matters right now, not later. I know you've sensed it. That feeling that something is happening beneath the surface. That sense that there is more going on than what your eyes can see. You have been patient longer than most. You have trusted me even when answers did not come quickly. And because of that, I am speaking now. This is not a message for everyone. This is personal. This is for you. I want you to pause for a moment and open your heart. Let your guard down. If this message is touching something deep inside you, I want you to acknowledge it. Stay connected. Like this message as a sign that you are receiving what I am saying. Share it with 3 people who you know are also waiting, also wondering, also quietly holding on. And if your heart feels stirred, leave a comment and tell me what you're feeling. I see it all. I hear it all. My child, you have been asking, why hasn't God said anything yet? You have wondered if my silence meant no, or meant never. You have questioned if you missed something, if you waited too long, or if you misunderstood me. That is why I am speaking now. Not to confuse you, but to calm you. Not to ray you, but to steady you. You deserve clarity, and clarity begins with listening. I wasn't going to tell you because the timing mattered. I needed you to grow strong enough to carry the truth without fear. I needed your heart to be ready, not anxious, not desperate, but anchored. And you are closer than you think. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still hoping, tells me everything I need to know about your heart. Do not let distractions pull you away from this moment. Do not let doubt whisper that this is just another message. I am calling you by name in a way only your spirit understands. There is something unfolding in your life that will soon make sense, but first, you need to hear me clearly. This is the beginning of understanding, not the end of waiting. Stay with me. Subscribe so you don't miss what I will say next, because this message is only opening the door. What is coming will bring peace, not fear. Direction, not confusion. And tonight, I needed you to know that I see you, I remember you, and I have not forgotten what I promised you. My child, I see you. Not just the version of you that others notice, but the quiet one who carries questions into the night. I see the thoughts you replay when the room is silent. I see the strength you show on the outside and the weariness you hide within. You have wondered if anyone truly understands what this season has been like for you. I need you to hear this clearly now. I understand. I have always understood. I know there are days when you smile, but your heart feels heavy. Days when you keep going, not because you feel strong, but because you don't know how to stop. I have watched you show up when you felt empty. I have seen you choose faith even when doubt whispered loudly. You may feel unnoticed, but every step you took while unsure mattered to me. Every tear you wiped away in private was counted. Every prayer you thought was too small or too broken still reached me. You have been asking yourself if you are doing enough, if you are believing correctly, if you are somehow behind. My child, those questions come from a heart that cares deeply. They do not disqualify you. They reveal your sincerity. I have never measured you by perfection. I have always measured you by your willingness to keep coming back to me, even when you felt weak. I know you've been waiting for clarity, waiting for something to shift, waiting for a sign that tells you that you're not stuck, that you're not forgotten. You have felt like others move forward while you remain in the same place. But what you couldn't see is that I have been working inwardly, shaping you where it matters most. Growth does not always make noise. Sometimes it happens in silence, in endurance, in quiet trust. My child, I recognize the courage it took for you to stay when it would have been easier to walk away. I recognize the discipline it took to keep believing when answers delayed. I recognize the love in your heart that has not grown bitter, even when disappointment knocked more than once. You may feel overlooked, but I have been leaning in closer, not stepping away. Do not misinterpret this season as punishment. It is not. Do not label this waiting as failure. It is not. This has been preparation. I have been strengthening your discernment, deepening your compassion, and grounding your faith. You are not behind. You are becoming. I know you've asked me silently, God, do you still see me? Let me answer you plainly. Yes, I see you right now. I see your effort. I see your confusion. I see your hope, even when it flickers. And I want you to rest in this truth. You are known, you are chosen, and you are not walking through this unseen. Take a breath, my child. Let your heart settle. You do not need to prove anything to me. You do not need to carry this alone. I am here, closer than you feel, and what I am revealing to you will make sense, because I have always been paying attention to you. My child, now that your heart is open, I want to tell you the truth you have been waiting for. Not the version shaped by fear, not the one shaped by impatience, but the truth as I see it. I know my silence confused you. I know you tried to read between moments, searching for meaning in delays and unanswered prayers. Hear me clearly now. My silence was not distance. It was intention. There were things unfolding that you were not ready to see yet. Not because you were weak, but because timing protects what is precious. If I had spoken too soon, you would have tried to carry answers without the strength to hold them. You would have rushed where I was asking you to root yourself. So I waited. I stayed close, even when it felt quiet. The truth is this: I have been working in ways that required privacy. Some growth cannot happen in the open. Some preparation must be hidden. I was aligning circumstances, softening hearts, removing what could harm you later. You thought nothing was happening, but I was doing more than you realized. I was guarding you from outcomes you could not yet discern. You assumed that clarity would come before peace, but I was teaching you that peace can exist even before answers arrive. You assumed movement would feel loud, but I was showing you that real change often begins gently. My ways are not meant to frustrate you, my child. They are meant to preserve you. Here is what you deserve to know. You did not miss your moment. You did not misunderstand me. You did not fail because you are still waiting. The waiting itself has been part of the plan. Every delay refined your discernment. Every unanswered question stretched your trust. And that trust is what you will need for what comes next. I know you feared that my silence meant no. That fear came from not seeing the full picture. But my silence meant not yet, and not yet is not rejection. It is care. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create. But we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. I was protecting you from stepping into something before your heart was ready to handle it with peace instead of pressure. You deserve to know that I have been pleased with your perseverance. Not because you were perfect, but because you stayed soft. You did not harden your heart. You did not walk away when understanding felt out of reach. That matters to me more than you know. The truth is unfolding now because you are ready to hear it without panic. You are ready to receive it without rushing. You are ready to trust me even if every detail is not yet visible. That readiness did not happen overnight. It was built through every quiet moment where you chose to stay. Do not let regret rewrite your story. Do not let fear distort what I am revealing. What I held back was not withheld out of cruelty, but out of love. And now, as I begin to speak more clearly, I want you to understand this deeply. Everything that felt delayed was still on purpose. Stay attentive, my child. The truth is no longer hidden from you. It is being revealed gently, step by step, exactly as your heart can bear it. My child, now listen to me with a steady heart, because what I am about to say is not to frighten you, but to guide you. Truth brings clarity, but it also brings responsibility. As I reveal more to you, I need to gently correct the path your thoughts have been drifting toward. Not because you are wrong for feeling what you feel, but because some conclusions you have drawn are quietly draining your peace. You have been blaming yourself for delays that were never your fault. You have been replaying moments, wondering what you could have done differently, thinking that if you had prayed better, believed harder, or acted sooner, things would already look different. My child, that weight was never meant for you to carry. Self-blame will exhaust you, and exhaustion makes it harder to hear my voice clearly. I also need to warn you about comparison. You have looked at others and assumed they are ahead, more blessed, more favored. You have measured your journey against theirs and questioned your own worth. That comparison is distorting your vision. You cannot see what I am doing in your life if you are constantly watching someone else's path. I designed your timing with care. What fits another will not always fit you. Be careful not to let impatience speak louder than trust. Impatience will try to rush you into decisions I never approved. It will convince you to settle for less just to escape waiting. It will whisper that delayed obedience is better than continued faith. My child, do not move just to feel movement. Stillness with me is safer than motion without me. I say this with love. Guard your heart from bitterness. Waiting too long without understanding can harden even a faithful heart if it is not protected. Bitterness will make you interpret my guidance as restriction instead of protection. It will cause you to hear correction as rejection. That is not who you are becoming. I am shaping you to be wise, not wounded. Let me redirect you gently. Stop assuming the worst when answers take time. Stop rehearsing fears that have not happened. Stop interpreting silence as abandonment. These patterns will only cloud your discernment. You need clarity for what comes next, and clarity requires a calm heart. This is not a rebuke. This is a father placing his hands on your shoulders and steadying you. I want you to walk forward without suspicion, without resentment, without rushing ahead of my timing. Trust that when I close doors, it is not to trap you, but to protect you from rooms that would drain your joy. Course correction does not mean you failed. It means I care enough to guide you before confusion takes root. Adjust your focus. Return your expectations to me. Let go of narratives that make you feel small or behind. You are neither. Stay close, my child. Keep your heart teachable. When you allow me to correct you gently, you avoid wounds that never needed to happen. And as you realign with me, peace will return to places where tension has lived for too long. My child, lift your head now. I know the weight you have been carrying has made you feel tired, but I want you to see yourself the way I see you. You are not fragile the way you think you are. You are not barely holding on. You are stronger than you realize, because strength is not proven by how loud you stand, but by how faithful you remain when everything feels uncertain. You have endured moments that should have broken you, yet you are still here. You have faced disappointment without letting it turn you cold. You have waited without letting hope completely die. That did not happen by accident. I have been strengthening you quietly, building endurance in places no one else could see. Every time you chose not to give up something and you grew steadier. I know you feel tired in a way rest alone does not fix. This kind of tiredness comes from carrying responsibility, expectation, and unanswered questions all at once. But hear me, my child. You are not empty. You are not depleted. You are being sustained by my hand even when you do not feel it. If I were not holding you, you would have stopped long ago. I want you to stop speaking weakness over yourself. Stop calling yourself behind, late, or lacking. Words have weight, and you were never meant to define yourself by a season of waiting. I have placed resilience in you. I have placed patience in you. I have placed discernment in you. These are not signs of delay. They are signs of preparation. When you felt like you had nothing left, I gave you just enough to take one more step. When you thought you couldn't keep believing, I carried your faith for you. That is why you are still standing. That is why your heart is still open. That is why you still care. Do not underestimate what that says about the strength I have formed in you. You may not feel brave, but bravery is continuing when quitting would be easier. You may not feel faithful, but faithfulness is staying when clarity is not yet arrived. You may not feel strong, but strength is choosing trust again after disappointment. By those measures, you are stronger than you think. Let me restore you now. not by removing everything at once, but by reminding you who you are. You are not overlooked. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten in the middle of your story. I am actively involved in your becoming, and I am not finished with you. Take comfort in this truth, my child. You do not need to force yourself forward. You do not need to prove your endurance. You are allowed to lean on me. My strength does not run out. When yours feels low, mine rises to meet you. Breathe again. Hope again. Not because circumstances have changed yet, but because you are supported by a love that has never let you fall. You are stronger than you feel, and you are held more securely than you know. My child, now I want you to listen without fear, because what I am about to speak is not uncertain. It is not a possibility. It is a promise. I do not speak carelessly, and I do not forget the words I have placed in your heart. What I have promised you still stands, even if the path toward it has looked different than you expected. You have wondered if time has weakened what I said to you. You have questioned whether delays have changed my mind. Hear me clearly. Time does not erase my promises. Waiting does not cancel my intentions. What I begin, I sustain. What I speak, I fulfill. I am not rushed by pressure, and I am not stopped by obstacles you cannot see past. I know you are learning patience in ways you never asked for. I know trusting me has required surrender, not control. But this season hath been teaching you something vital. You are learning to trust my timing, not just my outcome. You are learning that obedience matters even when results are not immediate. That kind of faith will carry you further than quick answers ever could. Here is what I want you to hold on to. I'm aligning things you cannot yet see. I am arranging details you would not know how to manage on your own. I am preparing you and what is ahead of you at the same time. Nothing is being wasted. Nothing is stalled. Everything is moving according to my wisdom, not your worry. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create. But we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. My promise to you is not just about what is coming. It is about who you are becoming along the way. I am forming peace in you that will not collapse when circumstances change. I am forming discernment in you that will protect you from rushing into the wrong things. I am forming trust in you that will anchor you when life feels uncertain again. Do not mistake slowness for absence. I am present in every step, even the quiet ones. Do not mistake testing for rejection. I refine what I value, and you are deeply valued. I would not invest this much care into you if I did not have purpose ahead. I promise you this. When what I have spoken comes to pass, you will understand why it could not have happened sooner. You will see how every delay guarded you. you will recognize how every closed door redirected you. And you will thank me not just for the blessing, but for the timing of it. Trust me a little longer, my child. Not blindly, but confidently. I have not brought you this far to leave you uncertain. I have not taught you to listen just to remain silent forever. My promises are unfolding, layer by layer, moment by moment. Rest in this assurance tonight. You are not waiting in vain. You are not hoping without foundation. I am faithful, and what I have promised you will arrive exactly when your heart is ready to receive it with peace instead of fear. My child, now that you have heard me, there is a moment before you that matters. Revelation always invites a response. Not pressure, not fear, but a decision of the heart. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to choose where you will place your trust from this point forward. You have listened. You have recognized yourself in my words. Now I want you to release what you have been gripping too tightly. Release the need to control every outcome. Release the habit of replaying what has already passed. Release the fear that whispers that if you don't act fast, you will lose everything. That fear is not from me. I do not guide through panic. I guide through peace. This is the moment where faith becomes active. Faith is not only believing that I can do something. Faith is choosing to rest when you do not yet see it. Faith is continuing to walk with me without demanding explanations for every step. I am inviting you into that kind of trust now. Decide today to stop interpreting your life through anxiety. Decide to pray instead of rehearse worry. Decide to listen for my voice rather than the noise of opinions around you. These decisions may seem small, but they shape the direction of your heart. And the direction of your heart determines how clearly you recognize me when I move. I am asking you to step forward internally, even if nothing changes externally yet. Choose obedience in the quiet. Choose patience when impatience rises. Choose hope when doubt tries to speak louder. These are not passive choices. They are powerful alignments with my will. My child, I am not waiting for you to become fearless. I am waiting for you to trust me more than you trust your fear. Fear will always demand proof before peace. I ask you to choose peace before proof. That is where transformation begins. If you feel uncertain, talk to me. If you feel tired, lean on me. If you feel confused, pause with me. You do not need perfect words. You do not need long prayers. A willing heart is enough. I meet you in sincerity, not performance. This is also the moment to let go of old expectations that no longer fit where I am leading you. Some things you hoped for were stepping stones, not destinations. Trust me when I redirect you. Trust me when I reshape your desires. I do not remove things to leave you empty. I remove them to make room for what is better aligned with who you are becoming. Activation does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like quiet surrender. Sometimes it looks like choosing not to react the way you used to. Sometimes it looks like staying faithful when no one applauds you. Do not underestimate these moments. Heaven pays attention to what the world overlooks. So decide now, my child. Stay open. Stay listening. Stay willing. Walk forward with me, not ahead of me. I am leading you somewhere safe, purposeful, and full of peace. And this choice you make today is preparing your heart to receive what is coming next. My child, come and rest now. Let your heart be still for a moment and allow what I have spoken to settle within you. You have listened with sincerity, and I want to close this time together by wrapping you in peace. Not the kind of peace that depends on answers or outcomes, but the kind that comes from knowing you are held, guided, and deeply loved. You now understand what you needed to know. Not every detail, not every step ahead, but enough to trust me with what is unfolding. I wanted you to hear my heart before anything else changes, because peace must come before progress. When you move forward with peace, you will recognize my hand more clearly and follow my lead without fear. Remember this, my child. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not standing still while nothing happens. You are walking through a season that is shaping you gently and intentionally. Everything you have felt, every question you have carried, every tear you have wiped away has been seen by me. None of it was wasted. I know there is still anticipation in your heart. I know part of you is still waiting to see how things will unfold. That is okay. You do not need to force certainty. You only need to remain connected to me. I will guide you step by step, moment by moment, in ways that will not overwhelm you. As you leave this message, do not return to the heaviness you carried before. Lay it down. You were never meant to hold it alone. Trust that I am already ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet see. Trust that when the next step becomes clear, you will recognize it with calm assurance, not anxiety. Let hope rise again, quietly and steadily. Not the fragile hope that depends on timelines, but the strong hope rooted in my faithfulness. I am not finished with your story. What I am doing will bring understanding, healing, and joy in time. Until then, you are safe to rest in me. If this message brought peace to your heart, stay connected. Like this video as a quiet agreement with what I have spoken over you. Leave a comment and tell me what part touched you most, because I listen when you speak from your heart. Share this message with 3 people who may be waiting silently, just like you were, because no one should feel alone in their waiting. And my child, remain close. Subscribe so you do not miss what I will speak next. I have more to say, more to reveal, and more comfort to give you as you continue forward. This is not the end of our conversation. It is a gentle pause, a moment of peace before the next step unfolds. Go now with a settled heart. Carry calm instead of fear. Carry trust instead of worry. I am with you. I am guiding you. And I will continue to speak to you exactly when you need to hear me. Rest in that truth, my child. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create. But we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you.